understood as the sin. I mean, the sin that you did will be vanquished, will be cleansed up by the goodness, the good deed that you are doing. Okay, Alhamdulillah, we passed that. Inshallah, today we go into the 46 rule of Quranic rule on about soul and life. It is the saying of Allah, وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ is from the Surah Al-Baqarah 197. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ, and whatever, وَمَا, and whatever, تَفْعَلُوا, you all did, you all do, min khairin, from goodness, ya'lamuhu Allah, Allah knows about it. Allah knows about it. Allah knows it. It's actually being known by Allah. It's not being forgotten by Allah. He said here, هذه قاعدة قرآنية محكمة. This is a wise Quranic rule. Wasiqatu silati biqadiyati muhimmatin. He had a strong tie with a big or importance matter. Fi babi silati ma'allah, in the topic of relationship with Allah, your relation with Allah. Ma'a ibadihi, with his servants, the servants of Allah, his connection with the connection between Allah and his servant. This is actually one of the big or important rule related to that topic. وَهَذِهِ قَاعِدَةُ الْقُرْآنِيَةُ الْمُحْكَمَةُ, and this wise or fixed Quranic rule, جاء ذكرها ضمن سياق آية الحج. It came during the talking about the conversation about Ayatul Hajj. Ayatul Hajj, the ayah of Hajj, the ayah of Hajj. But if I'm not mistaken, it is actually being repeated 2 times. Wait. Actually, the other ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah also is being repeated, but with another form. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ بِهِ عَلِيمٌ. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ بِهِ عَلِيمٌ. And also in the ayah, wait. In the ayah Surah Al-Baqarah 215, and also in Surah An-Nisa, verse number 127, is actually quite similar, with what we are talking about. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ بِهِ عَلِيمٌ. Okay. Okay. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ. It is actually during the ayah of Hajj in Surah Al-Baqarah 197. Actually, they're talking about Hajj started from 194 until the ayah 206 or 306. That is concerning Hajj. Actually, if you look into the Surah Al-Baqarah, the surah is quite long, 286 ayah. But if you know the segment of the conversation or the topic, you can really actually can get the meaning, and also even if you memorize the ayah, you memorize it topic per topic. You know, you don't just lump it up in one conversation. So you know what topic are you talking about and when it did end. Okay. The ayah is Surah Al-Baqarah 197. Allah Ta'ala said, Al-Hajju Ashhurum Ma'lumat. Hajj is during well-known month. The Hajj is not just whenever you want to do, but it's actually there a month that Allah Ta'ala have designated for the Hajj to be done. I remember during 2012 or 2013 happened when there's a stampede happened at the Mina, the place for throwing the jamrah, when the people from, I think from Iran, they actually after they throw the stone, they come back at the same way. They don't want to go from the other side because the government of Saudi already make designated. Even actually the way for us, the people of Southeast Asia, we have a designated way. The African from other way. So you can see that the place was put as layers, actually layers, 4 or 6 layers. So easier. You know, when I look at that, even though it's like that, and we actually have to stuck around with everybody, you know, rushing, moving. I cannot imagine when our grandfather or our father, when they went to do the Hajj, and the place was only 1 layer. You know, everybody is one place, at one place to throw the stone, especially during the 10th of Zulhijjah. You know, after coming from Mina, from Muzdalifah, from Muzdalifah, Arafah, Muzdalifah, they coming to Mina at the morning, in the morning. So they will go straight to throwing the jamrah. So it's so packed, you know, so crowded. If you fell, somebody will surely step upon you. So right now they are putting that is a few layers. For some people will go in first layer, some other with other layers. So easier and make it actually convenient. But happened 2012, or 2014, that this stampede happened when the Jama'ah, the group from Iran, they turned back the same way they came, and happened to, you know, start to stab each other with people, died. But at that time, I remember one of the figure in Malaysia that known as a person that doesn't believe in the hadith, you know, Quranic group. These people, one of them is actually a person, a lecturer, university lecturer, named Qasim Ahmad. You know, when that happened, he said, why should you all go at one time? Why shouldn't they do for January, for the Malaysian, for other places, other month? I remember that he claimed to know the Quran. This is something that you have to really understand. The deviant sect or the deviant group from Islam always claim that they are following the Quran. But actually, they don't understand the Quran at all. This ayah particularly, when Allah said, Al-Hajju Ashhurum Ma'lumat, the Hajj is in designated or well-known month. Well-known month. It's not whatever you like, whenever you like. But it is in the on the month of being designated, being picked by Allah Himself. So the month is actually starting after Shawwal. In Shawwal, but some of the scholars say Shawwal is the beginning of Hajj. So anybody want to do to make an intention to go to Hajj can make their intention going to Mecca from Shawwal, and then after that Qā'idah, Zulhijjah, and Muharram. So that actually that 3 months, Zulhijjah, Zulqa'dah, Zulhijjah, and Muharram, that is actually the month of Hajj. The Allah Ta'ala designated for us to go there. If you do any intention right now, essentially we are in the month of Zul what? Jamadil awal, Jamadil akhir. Jamadil akhir. We are going into Rajab, Sya'ban, Ramadan. Okay. So Jamadil akhir, if you do the intention right now, it will be void. It is same like you are going into the prayer, like Zuhur. You made the intention last night. It is similar like that. So it will not be accepted by Allah. Your intention will not be valid. Means that when the months come, you must make another intention, even though you are wearing the ihram. You cannot do outside of the month. So I smile a little, or I laugh a little about when that guy, Qasim Ahmad, proposed for people to go to Hajj, not in the same month. Spread it in 12 months so that nobody will be stamped. The whole stampede will happen. That is so ridiculous. If you really know the Quran, how can you doesn't know this ayah? You doesn't know this ayah. Sometimes some of them, they deny the existence of prayer. Even the prayer, 5-time prayers for them, doesn't exist. So when you ask them, what is the wudu for? They cannot answer. Allah Ta'ala said in Surah Al-Ma'idah verse number 6, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O people have believed, idha qumtum ila salah, when you stand up to perform your prayer, faghsilu wujuhakum, wash your face, wa aydiyakum ilal marafiq, and your hand until your elbow, wamsahu bi ru'usikum, wipe on your head, wa arjulakum, and your feet you wash ilal ka'bain, until your ankle. Okay. Until your ankle. So when we ask, what is this for? They cannot answer. What is this for? They don't know. Even you ask them, what is the zakah to be paid for the zakah? How much is it? What is the type of for gold? What is the threshold for you to pay the zakah? They cannot answer, because inside the Quran, Allah Ta'ala give us the formula, or the not the detail. The detail, not the detail. So they cannot know. So they deny the prayer, but they don't know what the wudu for. What is wudu for? So they cannot answer. The same as this ayah. Al-Hajju ashhurun ma'lumat. You cannot say that you can go anytime you want. This is something that is really being done these days by the government of Saudi, is not from Allah. This is from Allah. Inside the Quran. What Quran are you following? Okay. Then Allah said, "Faman farada fihinna al-hajja," and whosoever has made Hajj obligatory upon himself, mean he made the intention to do the Hajj. Then therein entering the state of ihram, fala rafatha, then there is to be for him no sexual relations. The sexual relation, the rafath, is actually the beginning of intimacy. The talking with your wife. You talk with your wife and you start to say something for your wife. You and your wife is actually halal for you to say that. But during the ihram, you should not say something like that. Cannot say something that is vulgar. Cannot be related to sexual intimacy. Should not be said. Wala fusuqa, and no disobedience. Disobedience means to lie, to cheat, to steal. Everything it should not be done. Wala rafasa wala fusuqa wala jidala fil hajj. A little warm, akhi. Warm. Or hot. Not the cold one. Wala jidal, and no disputing, no dispute. Don't debate anybody. We were sadly listening. So some people, they went to Hajj. I am from the political party A. He is from the political party B. Met at Mecca. During ihram, you start to debate about who's true or not. Sometimes, this is the thing. Sometimes when in the Masjid al-Haram and Masjid al-Nabawi, the government, the Saudi government, stop people from saying things that is actually not to be said. Because, example, the Prophet ﷺ doesn't ever make the you say the the slogan to be loudly say inside the mosque except for talbiyah. During ihram, talbiyah. During the day of Eid, takbir. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That is the only things that you should say. You should not curse. This thing. You should not curse. Curse the America, curse the Israel. You should not curse anybody. If somebody said, but you can say something like that inside the dua. Yes, inside dua. But other than that, you must only glorify Allah. In the land of haram, you don't say anything about your own self. You only glorify Allah. Because sometimes people say that, what wrong for me to say takbir? What's wrong for me to shout La ilaha illallah? Just like that, you cannot do something like that. Or you start to chanting, as in like I when I went during 2017. I remember, I don't know why, but those people that are like that from Shia Iran. I think they are Shia. You know, they are do the tawaf, do the circle around the Kaaba, and start to move like in demonstration. One person standing up from them, say this, say that. So they are around the Kaaba and start to chanting something about them for America, them for Israel and everything. You know, we have the same feeling, but you don't show it like that. It's not for you to show it like that. So I remember when Brother Wa'il came, there's a question about can we curse? But I cannot interfere because the speaker are there. So cursing anybody, it should not be like that. You pray to Allah for their destruction, yes. For you to say they are pig, they are shaitan and everything. Even this morning somebody say, I think that they are descendant of shaitan or iblis. Brother, they are descendant of the Prophet Yaqub. They are descendant of the prophets, the messengers, the Jew. You cannot say the otherwise. They are bad in their manners. They are bad in their way. They are not good in their manners, their way. But they are still children of Yaqub or children of Israel. Because that Allah said, Ya Bani Israel inside the Quran. You didn't say, cursing. It's not from Islam. You cannot say something like that. Even Aisha anha, when a man, a Jew, came to the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Assalamu alaik. Assalamu alaik. When death upon you. Then the Prophet answered, Wa alaik, and upon you. So Aisha anha was beside the Prophet, and she heard what being said by the Jew. You know what she said? Upon you, the curse and death. Not that, not yet. Upon you, the curse and the death. The death. Ya abna, O children of Kirata wal Khanazir, monkeys and pigs. Aisha said something like that beside the Prophet. The Prophet turned to her. Ya Aisha, hasbuki qad balagti. Enough. You already go against the boundaries. So Aisha said to the Prophet ﷺ, don't you heard what he said? The Prophet ﷺ said to her, don't you heard what I reply? What I replied, didn't you hear what I replied? It will be granted for us, our prayer upon them, but not be granted for them, their prayers upon us. You don't worry about that. They're saying yes, but you are cursing more than supposed to. Assalamu alaik, ya abna kiratul khanazir. Upon you death and curse, oh children of monkeys and pigs. Aisha said something like, you can understand she being angry at a person who cursing her husband. The Prophet of Allah is not. But the Prophet SAW stopped her, not to let her, say more than it's supposed to. So the thing is about cursing in Islam is not. Then after that the Prophet ﷺ said, Inna Allah lahibul fuhsha wa tafahush. Allah really doesn't like al-fuhsha, action that is actually against the moral, wa tafahush, and words that against the moral. Immoral doing, immoral saying, Allah Ta'ala doesn't like it. So you have to have, a little thing there. What do you want to curse? What do you want to say? So, like we in Yemen, we heard about the Houthi group. Not the Houthis group, the Shias. They actually have the slogan. They have their say the thing that they always say. They start with inside the khutbah. During Jum'ah, you only listen to the khatib. But suddenly they start to say, Al-Mautu Israel, Al-Mautu American, Al-La'natu al-Yahud, Al-Nasr al-Islam, Allahu Akbar. They start with that. Death upon Israel. Death upon America. Curse upon the Jews. And victory for Islam. And say Allah is the most great. But that is something that you should not say inside the mosque. So they are doing that. They're saying that. But at the same time, they are killing our brothers and sisters, Ahli Sunnah, in Yemen. So some people these days, I look into few things that been claimed by the Houthis. They said that they send their missile to Gaza, to the Israeli settlement. They claim you want to send missile from Yemen to Palestine, to Israel settlement. You have to have a big missile, such as the Scud, being sent by Iraq to Israel once before. Saddam Hussein sent that type of missile, not the RPG missile you carry on your shoulder. Will not arrive there, thousands kilometers. How can you do that? But sadly, some of our brothers and sisters believing that. They're believing that the Houthi is helping, they're doing their work, but they don't know that the Houthi is killing the Ahl Sunnah in Yemen. They say the word, but they're killing the people. So, likewise, when you go to Mecca during Hajj, you should not have words other than talbiyah or takbir. That is the thing that being prescribed by the Prophet ﷺ. So you don't say anything, la'natu upon this, upon that. You don't curse anybody in the land of haram. You just say what being shown by the Prophet ﷺ. Stop him. That is inside the doa, inside the kunut. Nazilah. Oh Allah, curse this person, until Allah send Surah Al-Imran, verse number 128. Surah Al-Imran. Allah Ta'ala stop the Prophet ﷺ from continuing. And even one of the person that he actually cursed, Suhail bin Amr. In the end, he embraced Islam and become the governor for Mecca. When the Prophet ﷺ conquered Mecca, he became Muslim. The Prophet appointed him, Suhail bin Amr, a person that the Prophet did pray for curse upon him. Because of they promised the Prophet ﷺ not to go into war with the Prophet, because the Prophet released them after they been captured in Badr. They been captured in Badr, so the Prophet released them. Then suddenly in Uhud, they are there. The Prophet will not go against you anymore and everything. And the Prophet released them. So they actually came during Uhud. During Uhud, they are standing in front of the Prophet ﷺ. So because of that, the Prophet ﷺ cursed even Suhail bin Amr. Few names, Suhail bin Amr is one of them. And Suhail ibn Amr, he is the guy that representing the mushrikeen, the idol worshipper of Mecca, during the 6th year of Hijrah on the Sulh Hudaybiyah, the Hudaybiyah truce between Muslim and the non-believers. They have truce for 10 years. The representative from the mushrikeen is the same guy that the Prophet did curse him. Allah Ta'ala stopped the Prophet ﷺ. And in the end, what we learned, that he embraced Islam, become a Muslim, and one of the good Muslim. Because even actually during the Prophet ﷺ died, when the Prophet ﷺ died, he was standing in Mecca. You know what he said? He said the death of the Prophet is not except strengthening Islam, strengthening this religion, because the Prophet will only be taken after the religion is complete. His task is finished, then Allah Ta'ala will take him away. So the death of the Prophet is nothing but strengthening Islam. Whoever turn away, murtad upon you, I will cut his head. He actually the one that provoking the Prophet during the Hudaybiyah. He is the one that said, anybody murtad, I will kill, during the death of the Prophet ﷺ. So you can understand that why Allah Ta'ala stopped for the Prophet ﷺ from cursing those people, because some of them actually Allah Ta'ala want to give them guidance to embrace Islam in the end. So because of that, when you say whatever you say, destruction and everything, inside the prayer, inside the supplication of Qunut Nazilah, and you don't go around saying pig, monkeys and everything, cursing them outside of the prayer, because the Prophet didn't do outside. We are not like them. They like to say bad thing about us. We should not say something bad about them, just words, because you pray to Allah. If they are eligible to be punished, Allah Ta'ala will punish them. If they can get guidance, Allah Ta'ala can release them. That is the thing. You should not be the one that the one that choosing whether the person should be forgiven or not. You are not you are not in authority for that, because the authority belong to Allah. That is what is being said in Surah Al-Imran 128. Laisa laka min al-amri syai'. It's not belong to you. This matter about punishing them is not belong to you. Yeah. Yeah, but none of it is actually vulgar words. I know, but fansurna alal qaumil kafirin, make us victorious upon the non-believers. But it's so general, and inside the Quran you will not see any vulgar words. Vulgar words, provocative word, yes, but not the bad word. Cursing, swearing will not be there. Allah Ta'ala telling us what happened, yes, but teaching us to say something bad, no. If Allah Ta'ala make an examples, like in Surah Al-Jum'ah, those who been given books, but they don't carry, then they carry up the task, is like a donkey that carrying a big book behind it. It doesn't know whatever inside it. That is what Allah did say about that. Even Allah Ta'ala did make examples for people who actually going towards the worldly matter, even though he essentially have knowledge. Allah Ta'ala compare them with dogs. Whether you give or not, the tongue will always be, clean out. So that examples is not the same when you say to somebody, you cursing them or using bad words, like the private part of man or women upon somebody. There's no such thing inside the Quran like that. So when you say to ask Allah to punish them, yes. But to say they are pig and everything, Aisha being told by the Prophet not to say that. Say that you don't like them, but you don't go against the boundaries. Even some of the scholars say, when you want to supplicate, you supplicate by saying, kafarata ahlil kitab. The non-believers among the people of the books, the people of the scriptures. You pray for punishment, for destruction, for the non-believers among them. It's not upon everybody. It's for the non-believers only. Ahli Kitab, Jew and Christian. When you say Ahli Kitab, the Jew and the Christian, people of the book. People of the book. They actually, about the Prophet, they are non-believers. But about knowing Allah is the one that who created everything. Adam is the first human. The angels is there, the heaven and the earth, the paradise and the hell is there. For them, they are believing. I remember Ahmad did that when he said about we and the Christians. He said that we and the Christian actually going to get all together the same path. The same path from the start of who is the God. From the real God is Allah, the Father in the heaven. So Allah. About the heaven and the earth, paradise and the hell, the sin, the angels, everything, we are going side by side. But we are parting them on three things. First, divinity of Jesus Christ, the divinity. They say He's divine, He's Son of God. Either He's God, He's Son of God, God enter into Him. Divinity of Jesus, we don't accept that. And secondly, the original sin. Original sin. When Adam ate from the forbidden tree, so his descendant, his offspring, carry part of the sin. So because of that, they said original sin. That we don't agree with them. And the third one is Jesus died on the cross to forgive our sin. Jesus died on the cross to vanquish the sin of all humanity. That three things actually, we are actually not going with them. Actually, some of them, yes. When we recite to the people of Najran, the Christian from Najran, the Christian from Habshah, when they heard about the Prophet ﷺ, when they test the Prophet ﷺ, in the end they acknowledge. When people of the book that really know about the book, they will embrace Islam. In the time of even today, those who embrace Islam are the scholars, not the followers. When you see about people coming into Islam, the educated people are entering Islam, embracing Islam. But for the Muslim who going out from Islam, most of them are not educated. Doesn't have any sound mind, delusion. Islam. Islam actually, yes, it exists. They know about that. Because of that, once before, we Muslim or our religion is not called as Islam. The Orientalists, when they wrote about Islam, they try to introduce Islam as the religion of Muhammadin. Muhammadin means follower of Muhammad. They cannot say we worship Muhammad. Clearly Muhammad doesn't say that. In other religion, whoever bring forth or brought the religion will be worshipped. Like Buddha, we've been worshipped by his followers. Jesus Christ. I was being asked by a student from College Tengku Abdul Rahman. At that time, it's a College Tengku Abdul Rahman. It's still a college, not a university yet. So they are actually staying around our neighborhood. They rent the house. So some of them essentially start to have conversation with us, borrowing our bicycle and play. So one time, few of that students asked me. He said that Jesus came with religion, he became God. Also, Buddha, Gautama Buddha, he's a person. He's a prince from the Indian kingdom. Gautama Buddha, our name is Siddhartha. So he's not actually a god, a human. But he bring forth the religion and being worshipped. The same as everybody. Any religion, the one who bring forth the religion would be worshipped. Even in the Sikh tradition, the Guru Nanak, we worship. They worship the Guru. They don't have God, but the Guru they worship. You will ask from the Guru everything. So these students ask me, say, why Muhammad came but doesn't become God? I said, if your father send you a postman to give you a letter from him, does the postman become your father? You hug him, father, long time no see. I said, they laugh, they understand. When I say that, they laugh. The postman doesn't become your father, even though whatever with him is your father's words. Your father wrote to you something, the postman came to you with letter. And to clear up the thing, when I say the postman, you hug, because the one that asking me, a female student of College Abdul Rahman, Amoy. Because they borrow our bicycle and everything. So suddenly one time they asked me this question. So I answered directly. I said, the postman is not your father. The same as the messengers is not Allah. It's not the God. So for them, actually, they know. So even the name of our name as Muslim, is inside the book, the scriptures of Hindus. Our being called as Musalman, and even our character, having beard and everything, is inside the Hindus book. So they know. So for me, a little things that, when you go to India, you can see that those who become Muslim, first of all, are the kings. The kings, the noble people. Maybe because they read inside their book. But the caste is still there. So they embrace Islam, but doesn't preach it to others. Until today they have the caste. Something that they will privilege for them only. It's not for the teaching of Islam. But the kings there, for many 100 years, the king is among the Indians, not from the Arabs. They embrace Islam. Even one of the first king of India came to the Prophet ﷺ after seeing the splitting of the moon. This is being recorded in the history that being kept inside the Museum of London. They get everything, every scriptures and everything from the country they conquered, they colonized. They took it. So inside one of the book is about a king of India. His name was Chakravarti Farmas. He saw the splitting of the moon and he came to the Prophet, embraced Islam. If you open the book of Ibn Hajar Asqalani about the companion, who are the companion of the Prophet, he mentioned about a person from India that after embracing Islam, he came back, but he died on his way back to India. That person was a king. So we afraid that sometimes maybe Allahu Alam, some of them embracing Islam but still keeping the distance with their people. So the people that there, in India, that embracing Islam are the rich people, the high-ranking person. Even some of them said that if you are white, then you are Brahmin from the high caste, not from the low caste. Because they actually, and you look at the people who are actually from Pakistan, who are embracing Islam, they are from India also. Can you see that they are white, have whiter skin? Even eating meat is actually being mentioned. Circumcised, being mentioned inside the Hindu's book. So, like I said, once before, we Muslim are not known as Muslim. And our religion is not the word Islam. In the Western area, they doesn't know. Because the Orientalists, when they wrote about Islam, they try to change the perception. Try to hide about the name and everything. Because if you mention about the name, inside the Old Testament, the New Testament, or any book that they say this is the holy scriptures for any religion, the name of the religion is not there. Like Christian, inside the Bible, the New Testament, there's no name. None. The name of the religion is not there. Judaism is not the name inside the Old Testament. No. The terminology, yes, it happened. It is there. But the problem is for them. I said about them, their own religion. They said, I'm Christian. Say to them, show me inside your book, where is the word there? None. The Jew will say, we are in Judaism. Open your book and show it to us. None. But Islam, they keep Islam, the word Islam is not to be known until 11 September happened, 1999, is it? 2000. So, when the bookstore in USA, all the Qur'an was sold out. So they start to read, and suddenly, from among them, even from the army of United States, they start to embrace Islam. So the word Islam, when you mention about Islam, if a person said, why Islam? Firstly, because Islam means submit to the will of God. Not to me, not to this scholar, not to that king. You can see that if you see the name of the religion, Judaism, Confucius, will return to a person, to the one that brought the religion. They will not submitting to the creator that create everything. And those people being said in Hindus, Buddhists, Christian, or Judaism, names that being said, they are human. They are human beings that being brought to this world as a human. Suddenly become God. So for some people, when they talk about this, they come clear to see, this is wrong, this is right. Allah Ta'ala already planted inside our soul the knowledge about what is true and what is wrong. Actually, we know. Yesterday, there's one maybe I can share it with all of you. When I went out to Rawang to take my car after we changed the tire for new one, because we are going to Perlis and every places, inshallah, starting from Friday, on tomorrow. So I took a Grab. The Grab driver was 35 years old, Chinese. So when we are moving, we start to talk and everything. We start to say about, I asked him whether you are married. There's this thing that I always ask. If I saw somebody from Chinese, from Chinese race, I will ask. Because from many people that I ask, or the young people, the over 30 from Chinese race in Malaysian, they are not married. Most of them. Maybe from 10 people, I ask only 1 or 2 who are married. Other than that, until in Penang, I ask, they are not married. They don't have any family. So some of them thinking about the burden. Why do they want to get married? Because the burden of getting married in Malaysia or in this time is so hard. Thinking about the expenses for the children, for the house, for the wife and everything. So they thought that marriage is actually a burden. But this actually, I said to one of the Chinese guy in Penang. He is actually the same age with me. He said that so difficult to get married. I said if you don't marry, then the Chinese people in Malaysia will actually will you know what is the word? Propose. Huh? Disappear, not disappear. Extinction extinct. Well, extinct, I said. He laughed and he said, oh, yes. I agree with you. Because you are not married. So even these days, if you look carefully on the graph of when they do the general election, you can see that the numbers of the Malay is increasing. Before we actually for years when I was the 80s, the number is actually around 55 to 60% Malay. The other is not Malay. Now 70 to 80. Why? Because the old people will die. You don't have any new young people who will replace you as a Chinese or as a Buddhist or anything. So you don't have any descendant. So I like to ask. So this guy, I asked him. Many guys I asked. So he's not married. But this guy, he already married and having one child. Alhamdulillah. I said Alhamdulillah. Okay. So when our discussion, he start to, nagging about the expenses and everything. So I try to calm him down. I said, actually, we, as a Muslim, we believe that everything we pay for the expenses of our wife, our children, anything that we use, we will get reward from God. God will reward us for whatever expenses we pay. So that is up a little. You are not doing something that is actually losing. You are gaining. You are gaining. Every time you pay, you gain. So this is actually something that will ease up the stress. I said, you should not think that whatever you pay is worthless. No, everything you gain back. For us, Muslim, we're waiting for that. I said to him, for us, Muslim, we're waiting for that. The reward in the last day. So he actually start to think a little, and I add up to that. I said, during the PKP and everything, what happened, MCO, people actually stress out about their provision. I said, none of the provision that Allah Ta'ala, that God have written for you will be that. Only that you can understand the other way. I said, when you get married, if your provision is like this, you get married and your wife is under your care, so Allah will open up for you because of your wife. And after, because he questioned, when we talk about he have one child, I said, I have 14 brothers and sisters. We are siblings. We already die around 6. So still 8 there. Still 8. Still many. 6 die, still many. So when I said that my sibling are that number, huge number, he said, your father must be a rich person. I said, no. He's a policeman. And not a city police. A jungle police. Police hutan. When police hutan, you say police hutan, so a stigma about bribery and everything will go away. Inside the jungle, who will want to bribe you? You want to bribe who? Nobody will bribe you. You are inside the jungle. What? You bribing with the monkey? No. So I said, my father is actually, he's at that time a police that is actually being designated to go to jungle to chase the communists and the communists. So at that time, 14, our siblings are many. So when this guy asked, he's rich, I said, no. But Alhamdulillah, I said, it's enough. My father only use, have the opportunity to buy a car only when I was around 10 years old. 10 years old. My eldest sister was born in 57. See the distance between me. I am 66. So the distance so far. So my father only get to buy a car after that. But about the provision for the children is enough. And I said to him that about the provision being expanded by Allah. You by yourself, you gain like this. But when somebody is under your care, the person have his own provision. So Allah Ta'ala will widen your provision, become bigger. And when you get a child, Allah Ta'ala will expand more because your child. That's why if you ask the Malay people who are Muslim, when they bought a new house, they bought a new car, what do they say? Rezeki anak. Provision for the children. Means that your child will be riding that car. So you bought it. Allah Ta'ala open up for you to bought that car because your child will be riding that. You'll be buying a new house because your child will be inside that house. So Allah Ta'ala expand. So when I told him about this, he said, Abang, brother, what you said is really touching me. I said, why? He said, when I got married and during PKP, during 2021, he said his child was born around January. So at that time, he said that he was so, during MCO, he cannot drive, no customer. So stressed about the provision, doesn't get any money. And at that time, the Chinese New Year is around a few months after that. So he said, I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed about money. So he said, this thing for the Muslim is not halal, it's haram. But I will tell you the story. He said that he bought a lottery ticket, the 4-digit ticket from his friend. Not from him, he told his friend to buy. So he bought from his friend. That is actually on Saturday. He was thinking about the money, what to get. The children is here, how to give anything. So he said that he bought it, but he forgot about the ticket. On Monday, he actually get 2 customers from Bangladesh riding his car and talking to him. He said, brother, your car numbers is so good. Did you buy any ticket? So he said, I don't know. I forgot about the ticket. He said, but the person said, maybe your number will be out. Because he said, so he actually at that time thought that the number he may want the consideration, not the first prize. So that thing he said about around, if you pay 1 ringgit, you get 108 ringgit, around like that. Not really that much. So during almost 7 o'clock, his friend that bought him the ticket said to him, if you want, you don't forget to pay for me for eat. Go to eat and pay. You have to pay. I said, it's okay if I want anything, yes. Then the person said, you want first prize, 40,000. 40,000. So the thing is, that is haram. You don't do something like that. Okay? But he actually, when I said about your provision will be widened by God as you need. I said, as what you need, Allah, God will open up. Because even the thing like the pig, the dog that considered unclean in Islam, Allah Ta'ala provide for them. They have the food and drink and everything. For human, when they are desperate, when they ask, surely God will listen, even though the way will not be the good way. So he thought, he thanked me so much. He said, oh, now I don't feel stressed anymore. He said something like that. I don't feel stressed anymore. No, I know that whatever. I said, if you, like, whatever the provision for your child will be from you. So don't stop from searching. Don't stop from working. Do the effort. Then God will open for you. He really, touched by that. He said, I come to take you to Rawang. I gain many things. Thank you very much. He's so thankful to me. But still, like I said, sometimes things like that, for them, they're stressing out. I said, you don't do something like that, because that thing will eat up your inner self. The stress, the depression is not good. Then I forgot to say to him, come to our class, don't be sad. Actually, Wallahu alam, may Allah Ta'ala open up his heart to embrace Islam. I mean, because we don't know, because things that actually we start the conversation like that. He's stressing out. It's true. Many people are stressing out, but they forget about the provision from Allah. Allah is the one that giving everything for you. Even like I said, if even is actually from the wrong way, Allah open up for him. It's just for the desperateness that he have. So desperate, have to pay for mother and father. He actually have the intention to give ang pao to his mother and his father. He get that thing. He said, even if I get 5,000 is enough. But Allah Ta'ala give him 40,000. So Alhamdulillah. So sometimes things like this, when you look into it, it's something that Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala is actually opening up for understanding. If you really care and think, you can see that Allah Ta'ala giving you more than whatever you ask. Only that you don't realize it. Maybe sometimes after you think about it so carefully, then you only you say, I got it, but I didn't remember. Okay. So he said here, so the month of Hajj, is only 3 or 4 if you insert Shawwal. If you insert Shawwal, you do intention from that point. So whoever do the Hajj, have the intention to do the Hajj, go into ihram state, fala rafath, wala fusuk, wala jidal. Not even to have dispute with others. You don't like it, you don't say something. This is something, some people say that when you go to Umrah and Hajj, you should not complain about the food. Actually, you can complain without anger. You can complain without anger. Just say nicely, advise that person. Don't shout. Don't use a harsh word. You can. Who said that you cannot claim your rights? Because some people, some of the travel agencies, they are using the clause, do not have dispute with anybody, to say that do not complain about your food. This is the best. Don't say other than that. But sometimes it's not that is not the way. For you to ask your right, to claim your right, it is actually permissible, but without anger, without dispute. If the person say he doesn't want to give, it's okay. Then go. Don't try to argue with them. That is the way. That during Hajj, during Umrah, Ihram, during the Ihram state, the trial for that is so many. The bus will be late. Hot weather, the aircon is not there. Everything you start to talk about that and start to be angry. You should not say something. You should not do something like that. Actually, that is what during the Hajj. Okay, and Allah said, "Wa ma taf'alu min khairin ya'lamuhu Allah." And whatever good you do, Allah knows it. Allah knows about the goodness that you stop yourself from doing bad things. You don't have to show. This is something that is during our days today a little problem, because we like to show everything in the social media. Yeah. Both. It's actually want to talk about whatever your relationship with Allah. Means that if you do good things, you don't worry about the reward. Allah already recorded everything. Sometimes you do good to somebody, but he doesn't, have gratitude towards you. Doesn't reciprocate or doesn't gratitude, doesn't say thank you, even thank you. That's the point. Because Allah all knowing about that. You don't be afraid. Means that here, that's what being said in the beginning, the relationship between you and Allah. Between Allah and His servants, what is the relationship that you must understand? Because if you really understand that everything He will pay you, you don't care. People doesn't say thank you to you, doesn't praise you, you don't care. There. Because sometimes I remember one of my friend, he said about some project that he actually, he and his friend developed. So they proposed it to somebody with a high position in the government. And after they show it, the thing, they do the introduction and explain everything about that project. So suddenly, the project is so good. So suddenly, the person who have rank in the government said, what is it for me? Yes, if I help you for this, through my ministry, I can help you, but what do I get? Some people like to have their names in paperwork, in project, names. Where's my name? If you do good to somebody, even the person doesn't have gratitude towards you, doesn't recognize your work, Allah knows. For you to feel sad, to feel, oh, I don't want to do good to him anymore, then you are wrong. Because Allah, whatever good that you did, Allah knows it. Okay? Yes, the niyat. Okay. Actually, I help you because you are poor. I help you because I want you to recognize me. I help you for you to say my name in front of others. That is the beginning. The beginning for us to correct our intention. Even if we are wrongly did that, means that we do good to him because we want his daughter. The thing that happened in the Malay culture. You want the girl, you tackle the father first. Tackle the father, you get the girl. If not, the father say no, then you cannot get the girl. Anyway, if at first that is your intention, like a person who embrace Islam because he want to marry somebody, at first, that is not being stopped. Because like I said before, Sulaim, mother of Anas, she actually being somebody asked her hand in marriage after the death of Anas' father, Anas bin Malik. So she said that she will accept if that person embrace Islam. You embrace Islam, then you can marry me. If not, yeah, I will not marry you. She made the Islam, embracing Islam, as a condition. You can surely say that that person is embracing Islam because of marriage. You can say that. But the problem is Islam never stop the goodness. The first step for the goodness, you don't stop it. And you should not say that for that I don't want to embrace Islam because my embracement of Islam in this condition is not right. No, you don't say something like that. Just go on. And after that you can change your niyyah. Yes, can. After you give something to somebody, then at first you just help. Maybe you don't remember Allah. Okay? You do that. Then after that, you say, it's wrong for me to think about this, to gain something from that person. Oh Allah, forgive me. Because you know that when we said, you ask forgiveness of Allah, ultimately turn the badness into goodness. If you repent to Allah. So repent to Allah. Is it not wrong for you? But now we actually inside the situation that we know about that thing from upfront. Upfront we know from the start that we should take care of our niyyah. Then we take care of niyyah from the start. If we wrong without realizing, that's the thing that we talked just now. But about the intention, you know from the start that whatever you do is for Allah's sake. For the sake of Allah. Then Allah will repay you. Not that person. Not the whole nation. Not the king. Nobody. Allah is the one that repay you. Then only you become about doing good. You don't care whether the person have gratitude to you, towards you or not. Thanking you or not. You don't care. Because you actually have focus for the reward from Allah only. So means that you do good and you just pass away. Even pass away from that person, even if that person doesn't realize it, doesn't realize that you are giving them that thing. You have to have that condition, because Allah Ta'ala, وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ. Whatever good you do, Allah knows it. So you don't afraid about the reward. You surely get the reward. You surely get the reward. Okay? He said that after that, وَتَزَوَّدُوا and take provisions. This is actually being said by the commentator of the Quran, that the people of Yemen, when they went to Hajj without any provision. They don't want to take any provision. They just want to go there, but when they arrive at the place, they start to asking people for food. So Allah Ta'ala said here, وَتَزَوَّدُوا. But you know that you wanting good, but take provision with you. Take provision with you. Because of that, the Prophet ﷺ also make a condition for a person to become obligated upon him the Hajj is al-zad wa rahilah. Because being said, man istata'a ilaihi sabila, do the Hajj whoever have way to it. What is the way of doing the Hajj? The Prophet said, az-zad, provision, wa rahilah, and your transport. Two things that you have to have. The transport and the provision. The provision for you on your journey and for your family that you left. You have to have that. Then only you go. If you don't have enough, you don't go. You don't go if you don't have enough. You go only when you have enough. So the thing is about the provision, you must take it. As maybe Allah Ta'ala make it loss. But you do have the effort. Take the effort. When you are going there, you don't say that I'm actually relying on Allah. One of the scholars from Tabi'in, this person said to him, I rely to Allah. Then he said, don't go with the group. Go with yourself. Oh, he said, cannot. I must go with the group. So you are actually relying on the group. You're not relying on Allah, you're relying on the group. You say that, I want to go with the group. The caravan. So because when you go into group, if somebody have extras, can give it to you. So you actually saying that I am really relying on Allah. But when the scholar said, then go to Hajj without any companion. Just go by yourself. Rely to Allah. He said, no, I have to go with the group. Then you are relying on the group, not on Allah. Actually, the same. It must be understand like that. Okay. وَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ تَقْوَى. But indeed, the best provision is fear towards Allah. When you said there, you can understand that the best provision is fear towards Allah, because I said in Surah Al-Talaq, verse number 3, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever fear Allah, Allah Ta'ala will open up for him any way from any difficulties. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Allah Ta'ala will provide him from way that he doesn't imagine will happen. So it relate to that ayah. Fear, taqwa. You have taqwa, then you don't afraid about your provision. Allah will open it for you. Okay. Wattaquni ya ulil albab, and fear me, O people who have understanding. You have understanding, then fear me. Don't you forget to fear me. Okay. Okay, we stop there. Inshallah. We continue after we come next year, inshallah, in January. We will continue for that, because the second part will be a new chapter, not a chapter. We say that a new topic that we discuss concerning our role. First week, inshallah. Okay. Okay. Wallahu a'lam. First week is 4, is it? No, I have an appointment with doctor on that day, so I think I cannot come. Second week, inshallah. Okay. Wallahu a'lam. Any question there? No, okay, any question? Yeah, sister. What is? Houthi, yes. Huh? Okay. About the bombing of actually the Houthi, Allahu a'lam. Maybe some people say that we are judging, but it's norm for the Shias to lie. They are lying. You know the video that the person was standing like this and saying everything, that is not a real video. AI. It's an AI, artificial intelligence. You know, the person was talking. His name was Yahya As-Sari'. The clearest, from the start, when you open up the video, they're saying that we are bombing Israel and everything. You know, that person, when that particular videos, that particular cut of videos, was being spread by the Iranian television, not from Yemeni television. Can you imagine that Yemen have their own television, and they are not showing it from the other country? You get the videos from Iran. Why? They are showing, they are doing the propagandas inside the television right now. But that particular video is not there. You can see that the person's hand is just like that. He is actually talking. That is a lie. The video was fabricated. The person, Yahya As-Sari', that person, particular person, he have an Twitter account. Nothing been mentioned inside his Twitter about the video. Nothing. So we actually in Malaysia, Houthi is doing good. About the ship, being captured, one ship, and second ship was burned. One of my friend said, is something fishy about that. Why? Because, you know, we Malaysia, when we send our ship, there will be warship going with our big tank, our big ship. They're going there. So Israel or the Zionist regime, how could they let their ship went there without any escort? Number one. Number two, how can the second ship being burned and they are not there? Even if not by themselves, maybe by United States, because United States was once before want to control that area, Babul Mandab. This is the African continent. This is the Arabian Peninsula. A small gap there. If you you know the small gap, even if you swim, you can pass that Babul Mandab. So you know when the topic about the Somalian pirates, when they went there, they went into the ship and take hostages. You know, the question was being asked at that time, how can they capture a big ship with a fishing boat? You know that if they shoot anything, it will not sink the ship. The ship is so big. How can they stop the ship? And how could they know which ship is passing by that sea, the Red Sea. They have the GPS and everything. Who gave them? Who gave? They don't have enough food to eat, but they have the equipment to take hostage a big ship. At the same time, United States of America, they actually offer whoever want to go there, we will escort. They want to be the police for that area. So we, Malaysian government, Alhamdulillah, at that time, we refused. We send our warship with our container ship to make sure that it's safe. So the story about Houthi, how can they capture 2 times? How can they capture without any escort? Even what they say, what the capturing of the ship happened after the Houthi make an announcement about what we will do, and suddenly the Zionist regime doesn't do anything, doesn't take precautions. Isn't that a fishy thing for you to think? Something fishy is there. Something fishy is just like one to say that people actually doing things. The Houthi or the Shias is doing things. Don't believe that. For me, because of the long history of the Shias, when you know that the Quds itself Islam lose the Quds, the Palestine before, because of the Shias. When they have the government, the Egypt government, once before is called as the Fatimiyah government. They are Shias in their belief. They are the one that opened the way for the Crusaders from Europe to enter Quds, because they hope that those soldiers, those governments from the European country, will help the Egypt government, Fatimiyah government, to win the war against the Abbasid Empire and the Seljuk Empire. The Seljuk in Turkish and the Abbasid Empire in Iraq. So they hope, so they give the Quds to those people. Because of that, when Salahuddin Al-Ayyubi, or Saladin, for the people of the Europe, where they Salahuddin Al-Ayyubi, when he want to stop, he want to get to win back the Quds, the first thing that he did was to take over the government of Egypt at that time from the Shias, to stop them, because he said that if they are there, we go to war, we are not safe, because they may open up the way for the enemy to come from our back. Because of that, the first thing being done by Salahuddin to stop that government. They can understand from long history. So when Houthi say something like that, or this or that, we don't believe. I personally don't believe. Because when I asked just now, how could the video came from Iran, not from Yemen? Nobody can answer me. And the face is really like that. You know, they stand like that. You don't see a person talk like that. And Yemeni people, when they talk, their hand will be moving around. The Yemeni people, their hand will be, hand gesture is there. They will not talk like this. Our sister know about that. They are not talking like that. So this person just holding that, and you can see that the movement of the head only. The other body part is not moving. And the video is from Iran. So it's AI. So be careful about these days. They can make our past Prime Minister, Tun Mahathir Mohamad, to speak in Japanese. Okay? If he can be speaking in Japanese, anybody can be made to something like that. So don't believe. So for me, don't believe. Because you know, to send a missile for that distance, you need a Scud, a big one, for 1,000 kilometers. It's not RPG. This one is go. Just how long is it? How can you do that? Because of that, even United States, when they want to use the Tomahawk, they have to have a port in the Red Sea to send it to Iraq. have a port there to send it to Iraq, to go over the sky of Saudi. They cannot do it from other places, from Philippines. They cannot do it from Philippines. Not from Philippines. Too far away. You have to know that. So even that thing for the Houthi, they are not equipped enough for that. Until today, it's actually in Qatar. Qatar, if not mistaken, Qatar. If I'm not mistaken, Qatar or Kuwait. One of that. Because whatever happened before, the invasion of Iraq to Kuwait, opening up for them, for the Gulf War. On the Red Sea, they don't have the Red Sea. That is the thing. So that's why the topic about the Somalian pirates, we thinking critically. When they say something, we say that those people, our friends, are from Somal. We know how are they. They surely cannot. How can you capture that ship? The ship is so big. You want to climb, if somebody spit on you, you fell down. You're spitting together from the top, you fell down because of spit. So suddenly they can take over the ship by boats and everything. And that's something that's really fishy. Because after that, the state clearly offers, anybody want to pass that Red Sea, we become the police to escort. Once we accept that, is to gain trust. And when you gain trust, you give away that particular place for them. Because whatever passed by the Suez Canal in Egypt, must come down to the Red Sea. Must come down to the Red Sea. It cannot be just skip, jumping around. So USA do want that place, to control that place. So everything happen, you have to, critically read. Houthi, Takbir, Al-Muqbil Israel. For me, it's so laughing. Because people in Yemen said, they are stating about that, but they already, after 2 days after that, they are attacking people in Taiz. The Sunni in Taiz being bombarded by the Houthi. How they are sending there? They are killing people inside Yemen. So don't trust them. So Allahu Alam, because this is maybe one of the part when people say that normalization with the Shias, in trusting them, no. If somebody say to me, what do we relate ourselves to them? I said, like you relate yourself to the hypocrites. They are still Muslim, but you don't believe them. Yeah. Hypocrites. For them to not say the right word or the truth is part of Iman. Or being called as taqiyah. To what? Khomeini, yes, Shia. Yeah. Yeah, Khomeini Shia. So, alhamdulillah, clear up insyaAllah. From Iran. The video is from Iran, not from Yemen. Okay? Wallahu a'lam. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa sallam alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum.